Hola, ¿cómo estás mis amigos? Soy el Danny B y aquí hay 5 controladores NASCAR más que te olvidaste. Oh, whoops, don't speak Spanish? Didn't think so. Anyways, hi, I'm Danny B and here's a list of 5 more NASCAR drivers that you probably forgot about. Brian Eichler. So one of my first drivers to make it on this list was Colin Braun, who was fired from Jack Roush's 16 Conway freight car in 2010. But many would often forget that the driver who replaced him was Brian Eichler, mostly because we haven't heard much from him in a long time. Eichler first began his racing career by doing off-road races when he was 14 years old. By 2005 though, Brian was beginning his short oval track career at Irwindale Speedway in the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series Super Late Model Division. During his rookie season, he scored his first win in the Hot Wheels 200. He then go on to race in 43 K&N races across the 2 divisions. During this, he'd get 7 wins, 11 top 5s, 21 top 10s, 5 pole awards, and he'd lead for 1,041 laps during his NASCAR K&N career. Then in 2009, he'd see himself gaining more experience with starts in the Truck Series, the Nationwide Series, and in ARCA. So let's talk about his ARCA career first. So in 2009, he'd make 7 starts running his own entry for Eichler Motorsports, where he'd get 4 top 5s, 4 top 10s, 2 pole awards, and he'd lead for 41 laps. Then, in his Truck Series career, he would see 27 starts between 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2014, driving for teams like Billy Baloo Motorsports, Kyle Busch Motorsports, and Red Horse Racing. Eichler would never pick up a win here, but he would record 7 top 5s, 12 top 10s, 1 pole award in 2009, and he'd lead for 19 laps. Now finally, during his Xfinity Series career, he only saw 8 starts with teams like Robbie Gordon Motorsports, Braun Racing, and Roush Fenway Racing. He'd go on to only have 1 recorded top 10 in 2010, and that's actually it. There would be no other stats for his career here in the Xfinity Series. After his last Truck Series race in 2014, he would not compete in NASCAR again, but in 2016, Eichler did compete in the Speed Energy Formula off-road race at the Charlotte Dirt Track in Charlotte, North Carolina, where he would finish in 6th place. Nelson Piquet Jr. Born on July 25, 1985, Nelson Piquet Jr. is the son of 3-time Formula One world champion Nelson Piquet. Now, Piquet Jr. at one time seemed like he'd be like his father and make a career in Formula One, but in 2008 at the Singapore Grand Prix, it emerged that he had been instructed by senior members of his team to deliberately crash in order to help his teammate Fernando Alonso win the race. This obviously led to a huge scandal, and it would ultimately be what ended Piquet Jr.'s Formula One career. However, that was when Piquet Jr. got the chance to begin his NASCAR stock car career. Now in 2010, he made starts in ARCA, the Truck Series, and the Nationwide Series. So let's go over each series' own unique stats here. Now although he didn't get his first start until 2012, he'd actually get 2 starts in the K&N East Series, where he'd actually get 1 win at Bristol Motor Speedway with the very unique sponsorship of, get this, Fox Sports and Coney 2012. Yeah, that Coney 2012. You know, the documentary/movement that was later proven to be allegedly fake news. In ARCA competition, he's made 3 starts and he'd only get 1 top 10 finish in this series. Now as for the Truck Series, over 4 years he's ran in 54 races, including 2 full seasons in 2011 and 2012, where he'd see himself getting 2 wins in 2012, 15 top 5s, 20 top 10s, and 4 pole awards during his career. During his run in the Xfinity Series, he's competed in 38 career races, including a full season in 2013, where he was able to get 1 win in 2012, as well as 7 top 10s, 19 laps led, and 1 pole award, which was at Road America, where he scored his first win in 2012. Now in 2013, Piquet Jr. competed in a full 33 race season in the Xfinity Series, where he finished the year in 12th place, but he was not seen in NASCAR until 1 race in a 98 car in 2016. Why? One reason. Much like a lot of drivers from this series, he raced for Turner Scott Motorsports, and they ultimately would be shutting down, and it basically would end Piquet's NASCAR career. Now since leaving NASCAR, Piquet has found a way to regain his connections with F1 by racing in the Formula E Series from 2014 to 2017, where he's actually been able to see 45 starts with 2 wins, 5 podium finishes, and 1 pole award, as well as 109 laps led. Robert Richardson Jr. Robert Richardson Jr. was a driver from the late 2000s to early 2010s, and he was from McKinney, Texas. Now, Richardson wasn't always looking to be a race car driver, as he was actually once a college football quarterback at Southern Methodist University in Dallas. Now, Richardson actually began driving stock cars at the Richard Petty Driving Experience and Team Texas Driving School at Texas Motor Speedway in 2002. He'd go on to be runner-up for Rookie of the Year honors the next year racing super late models. By 2004, he began his ARCA career at Chicagoland Speedway, and he'd go on to make 7 starts between 2004 and 2005. But there's no top 10s, no pole awards, and no laps led to his credit. His average start and finish is around 21st place in ARCA. Now also, during those 2 years, he was running full-time in a NASCAR Southeast Series, where he got 3 top 5s and 15 top 10s. Now also, Robert Richardson Jr. was a Truck Series driver too. Yeah, that's it. He never led or got a top 10, but he made 24 starts. Now finally, he had a career of 129 Xfinity Series starts between 9 years. Very cool. Oh, more? Okay, let me see here, because there's not much. He led 6 laps and scored 1 top 10. Yep. Chad Boat. Sound familiar? Well, he should, as Chad is the son of another driver who made it onto this list, Billy Boat. Born in 1992, Chad Boat would begin his racing career similar to the way his father did in USAC racing wingless sprint cars, and once he gained an established feel here, he would make the next big step in his career. And unlike his father, who moved into IndyCar competition, Chad Boat moved up into NASCAR competition in 2010 when he began racing in the K&N West Series. Between 2010 to 2012, he'd get a best finish of 4th place in 2010 at Iowa Speedway with 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and he'd also make 19 starts in the K&N East Series with only 1 top 10 and 9 laps led here. Following this run, Chad Boat would run in 10 ARCA races between 2012 and 2013, where he'd get 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and he'd lead for 64 laps. Then after this, in 2014, he'd start competing higher in competition by racing for his family's racing team in the Xfinity Series and in the Truck Series as well in 2015. However, between 21 starts in both of these series, his best finish was 9th place, being his only top 10 at the 2015 truck race at Talladega Superspeedway. After 2015, there really has not been any other NASCAR stats for Chad Boat, but in 2017, he actually made his one and only start in the Indy Lights competition, where he finished in 14th place. Poli Haruka. Fun fact. Poli Haruka is a graduate of Duke University, and just by saying that, shout out to our buddy Zach Harmon, who is on the Duke University football team and doing very well as the center. Haruka got to start in racing like many kids have by racing go-karts, which opened up a lot of opportunities for him, including being added into NASCAR's Drive for Diversity program. So let's talk about his career stats. Now, from 2008 to 2013, in 30 starts, Haruka scored 3 wins in the K&N West Series, along with 15 top 5s, 18 top 10s, 3 pole awards, and 392 laps led. In 2012, he'd make his first and only start in ARCA competition, where he'd finish in 26th place. Also in 2012, Poli Haruka would compete in 11 Truck Series races for Waters Motorsports, but during this, the only stat to his name is 2 laps led with 0 top 10s. So yeah, not much there. Now, between 4 years, he did also make 5 career starts in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, but once again, I got nothing. No top 10s or laps led with an average start and finish of 26th place. Now, after 2014, Poli Haruka has not competed within NASCAR, and it's most definitely a good thing that he did get his college degree, because it does not appear that race car driver has been the best option for Haruka as a career option. I'm sure he's had fun, but the stats aren't there. And that concludes the 7th installment of 5 NASCAR drivers you forgot about. This week's drivers has been very fun to learn more about, and I hope that the video was very enjoyable to learn more about the drivers. If it has been enjoyable, then I invite you to give the video a like and drop a comment down below. Tell me some more drivers you'd like to see in this series. Also, I encourage you to follow me on Twitter at DannyBTalks to stay up to date with everything new happening in my channel and my life. And if you are new to my channel, then it's very, very, very important that you hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications to stay updated whenever I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye guys.